I have single-handedly selected each one of my favorite detailing products for 2025. Yes, I know the guy is a comedian, single-handedly, bring in the jokes, doesn't bother me whatsoever. Each one of these products are products that I have hand-selected to use in my professional detailing business on all of my customers' vehicles. You'll see here I'm very brand agnostic. There's not a single line of detailing products. I use products from all different brands. These are products that I actually use in my day-to-day business. There's no paid product promotion here. I want to use products that make my job more effective, more efficient, and that are actually cost effective to run a detailing business. We're going to give a little snippet on each one of these products, starting from washing the vehicle to finishing the vehicle, protecting it, everything in between. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's get into the video. Do understand this video will probably be quite long, so I will chapterize out this video, but I want to give a few little snippets on each one of these products, why I selected these, how I use these products, and maybe some of the other products that these kind of beat out. So we're going to start off here with Labocosmetica Premise 2.0. This is an alkaline-based pre-wash. I am a huge believer in pre-washes, as what they're meant to do is foam on your vehicle or cling onto all of that dirt, the road grime, the road film that you see on there. It's going to start breaking it down before you ever even touch it. These are essential, in my personal opinion, to having a very safe wash routine. Something like Labocosmetica Premise 2.0, diluted properly, can be used every single wash to break down the dirt, grime, all of the little stuff you get on your vehicle when, of course, it's actually dirty. This is a product that is a little bit higher on the pH scale, of course, on the alkaline side, above an 11 pH. This is VDA certified, so really high quality ingredients that aren't going to destroy all the water table and completely destroy your vehicle and skin and all of that fun stuff. Now, this is a product that I typically use in a foam cannon. We'll talk here in a second about another pre-wash that I use, using it in something like an IK. I absolutely love Labocosmetica Premise 2.0. It smells great, works great, and always gives me a safe, easy wash. Another alkaline-based pre-wash here that I absolutely love is Built Hamber Touchless. Now, this is a product that can be used in a foam cannon or something like an IK sprayer. You can also use Premise 2.0 in an IK. I personally find, though, that I really like using Built Hamber Touchless like that. And this is a product that is really phenomenal. Same characteristics of Premise 2.0. Diluting this out, you can be between a 10.5 and a pH of 12. So again, on that alkaline scale, this is going to go in there, break down all of that road grime, the road film. I typically like using this, though, in an IK just because of using this product. They want you to use it with a panel impact ratio. If you have a high flow pressure washer, a Krenzla, a AR, whatever that might be, you're going to blow through a ton of solution. I've actually done some tests on this channel here showing you guys what the difference is between using it in a foam cannon and using it in an IK sprayer. Little to no difference there. So Built Hamber Touchless, still one of those products I use, but typically use it in an IK rather than a foam cannon. After we've done our pre-wash, it's very important to have a pH neutral shampoo to actually do our contact wash. Now, I think most people out there actually spend way too much money and way too much energy on selecting a pH neutral shampoo. Most of them are really great. What you're looking for is different types of foam on there. I have really found that I love Meguiar Shampoo Plus. This is a pH neutral shampoo, has great detergents in it. The cleaning power of this is actually really impressive if you're not using a pre-wash. That's what really drew me to this product, and it's also extremely cost effective. Most of the time you can get this for under $30, and for a gallon, I think that's pretty impressive. There's many other pH neutral shampoos out there that are in the $70, $90, but I really love this product. Has great slickness, smells great, and has always been a real staple here in my detailing business. Next, we move to the acidic side for our shampoos. This is Koshchemi Reactivation Shampoo. This is a product that is quite aggressive. Sitting here in the bottle, it is a pH of 1. Once you dilute this out, it is a pH of 3. Now, the whole idea behind acidic soaps are to really help unclog coatings. All the mineral deposits left over, if your pre-wash, your alkaline-based pre-wash, your contact wash didn't remove it, this can be a nice final last step to see if that coating is actually failed or or just completely clogged. This is also a product that will help with some of the mineral deposits that you get on your vehicle, whether it's water spots, lime scale, things like that. A phenomenal product here. I really like this because it is strong, but it's heavily dilutable, so you can kind of figure out what you need there. A little goes a long way with this product, and I'm really impressed with it. Well, I know probably some of you, if you watched this channel before, are surprised to see a rinseless wash here on the table. Now, I don't absolutely hate rinseless washes. I think they're really great for folks who don't have access to running water or a pressure washer, or you're physically not able to wash your vehicle at home because of water restrictions, something like that. Rinseless washes come in absolutely clutch for that. Now, I am not one to ever really use these products because I've got a wall-mounted pressure washer, I've got a climate-controlled area in here. I am really never going to grab this product. Where I actually do like using products like this is when I need to clean up something like door jambs, things like that. And Hero from Armor Detail Supply has been really impressive at doing that. I'll also use this for some glass cleaning here and there, for some paint touch-ups, things like that. And I really like Hero because of how slick it is. It's very cost effective, and importantly smells very nice. So rinseless washes, not my absolute favorite. I understand why people like them, but if you're going to get one, I really would recommend Armor Detail Supply's Hero. One of the other products I absolutely love having in my arsenal is a dedicated bug remover. Now, there are many different options out there. You can, yes, use all-purpose cleaners. Most of your pre-washes are going to help break down organic materials like bugs and things like that. But Bug Off is specifically formulated to go in there, break down those bug guts, and really melt them off of the surface. P&S makes some phenomenal products that are very cost-effective, heavily dilutable, and this has been one of my favorites. I've tried some other ones out there. 3D Bug Remover is actually a notable kind of second place for me. I really like this stuff. Works very well. It's very safe to use, and has always been in my detailing arsenal and will continue from now on. This is a product that has just recently made its way into my detailing arsenal, and that is Armor Detail Supply's Dedicated Iron Remover. Guys, I'm sure you've probably used a lot of dedicated iron removers, the CarPro Iron X's, some other ones out there in the market, thinking off the top of my head, P&S Iron Buster, and all of them absolutely stink. They're very effective products. They do what they're meant to do, break down all of those iron deposits in your paint that are contamination. But Armor Detail Supply has found out a way to use high quality ingredients in here, mask the smell a little bit, and I'm telling you, it is absolutely game changing. I was a huge believer of CarPro Iron X before this. I started using this product and I have not looked back. The entire shop will smell like it. My clothes, you jump in the shower, it's all over your skin, it reactivates. It's really nasty stuff to use, but this stuff actually packs a punch and actually smells really well. This stuff is also pretty darn cost effective, like many of the Armor Detail Supply products, so I'm a huge fan of this product. If you haven't already, please check this product out. With the same phase of decontaminating your paint and many other areas on your vehicle, CarPro Tar-X has always been one of my absolute favorites for getting in there, removing some adhesive, removing tree sap, rubber, whatever it might be. This is a phenomenal product that works extremely well. A lot of the times, especially on a ceramic coated wheel, you get some grease, you get some tire marbles down the side if you're doing a track day. You spray Tar-X on there, let it eat all of that tar up, rinse it down, and you're good to go. This is a phenomenal product at a great price point from a great brand. I'm a huge believer in a lot of CarPro's products. They produce some very high quality products, and Tar-X is absolutely one of those. Moving on now to my favorite adhesive remover. Now understand this is quite similar to Tar-X. You could use this product strictly instead of Tar-X, but I like having two different options of products that are less aggressive and more aggressive. Ulex is an extremely aggressive chemical. It is very pungent. You definitely lose a few brain cells while using this product, but if you're trying to clean off some really nasty adhesive, think wheel weight tape, something like that, this stuff absolutely packs a punch and makes your life quite a bit more efficient while detailing. That's why I love having this product. But again, this is not my dedicated tar remover. I'll use something like Tar-X instead because of just the aggressive nature of this product, but it's still one of those you should absolutely have in your detailing arsenal. Moving on now to all-purpose cleaners. There are many all-purpose cleaners out there, and honestly some great ones to choose from. I have found though that Armor Detail Supply's Clean has actually become quickly one of my favorites. This is a product I just recently got into my arsenal and have really been impressed with it. This is a product that's heavily dilutable, very cost effective, doesn't absolutely stink, and importantly for me, doesn't stain a lot of things. A lot of very heavy all-purpose cleaners, even if you properly dilute them, can stain some things like plastic, even paint, stuff like that. This stuff rinses away very well, gives you some nice foaming action if you're scrubbing down trim. You can even use this on your interior, so it can be gentle enough but aggressive enough. And I think Armor Detail Supply, yet again, a great company that I really like to support, and this is one of their products that has absolutely made it into my detailing arsenal. Another notable mention here would be Koshchemi Green Star, which is something you can dilute, use very similar here to Armor Detail Supply. I just really like this product a little bit more than Green Star. Moving on now to wheels and tires, and this yet again is another product that just came into my arsenal that pretty much blew me away. Now I recently just made a video comparing Koshchemi Magic Wheel Cleaner to Armor Detail Supply's wheel cleaner here, and I gotta say there's a lot of phenomenal things about this product and has kind of really switched me over from Koshchemi Magic Wheel Cleaner. Now don't get me wrong, Magic Wheel Cleaner is a phenomenal product, one of my favorites on the market, but it's extremely expensive. This is a product like many other Armor Detail Supply products that's very cost effective, but it's also a very safe product to use. This is a pH neutral wheel cleaner, and also very similar to their iron remover, doesn't absolutely smell like rotten eggs, sulfur, and all of that nastiness. This is a product that has great viscosity, so once you spray it onto the wheel, it's got great cling time on it, and again, being pH neutral, it's very safe, and again, pretty darn cost effective to use. I'm really blown away with this product and will absolutely be staying here in my detailing arsenal. Moving on now to a heavy duty tire cleaner. If you've got tires that are brown, have a ton of tire blooming, have old tire dressing on them, there is nothing better on the market than CarPro Retire. This product is an absolute sledgehammer at slaying tires, and this stuff makes it really easy to do so as well. This product blows me away every single time I use it. Now again, this is not a product though that you should be using every single wash. This is not a maintenance tire product. You could use something like Armor Detail Supplies tire cleaner. You could use something like an all-purpose cleaner. Heck, you might even just use something like a rinseless wash or even just your pre-wash on it. But this is a product I have absolutely been blown away with, taking really dirty, nasty tires, getting all of that brown out of them. This stuff is genuinely worth its weight in gold. It's not the cheapest product in the market, but trust me, if you need some deep cleaning, this is the product for you. Guys, this is one of my favorite products that has stuck around for years and years in my detailing business, and that is CarPro Pearl. This is a product that is a dressing for tires, rubber, leather, engine components, all of that stuff. I strictly use this for tire dressings. Why I love this product so much is that it is a water-based tire dressing. No, it doesn't last a long time, but there is not a single product on the market that makes your tires look OEM, clean, and perfect. I am not someone who likes really overdressed tires that are really shiny. I want to look at them and they just look clean and have a little bit of something on them. And that's why CarPro Pearl has been my dedicated tire dressing for years and years. This product is also amazing because it's very heavily dilutable. So if you want a little bit more shiny tires, you can dial it up. It's also really nice to work on different tires. Some tires take tire dressings differently, and a lot of the times I can play with the dilution ratios, using it at a 1:5, a 1:3, maybe even slightly more than that. This product, absolutely blown away with, heavily dilutable, a little goes a long way. I would really suggest you try this product because, yeah, it's just one of the staples here. So after you've washed your car, after you've decontaminated it, and you want to put a little bit of something on it, Geon Wet Coat has been my favorite quick sprayable protection. Now this is very different from a ceramic quick detailer, something like that. While the car is still wet, you're going to miss this on the vehicle. Let it sit for about 5 to 10 seconds, pressure wash it off, and you'll see all of that amazing water behavior come back on your vehicle. Now this is not a product that is meant to replace a ceramic coating or something like that. It's going to add a very little amount of protection. In fact, this is something that I use on my leased vehicles pretty much every other month or so. Typically you'll see between 1 and 3 months of this product actually working, but I really like this as well for a ceramic coating topper as well. It's great to get in all of the nooks and crannies. This is amazing to use on very intricate grills after you've done a deep clean on it. Maybe you've coated it. You want to just add a little something on there. That's what this product is for. It can work on absolutely everything from wheels to paint to plastic trim to grills, like I said, matte paint as well as glass. It is a phenomenal product, and I am going to be testing some next year here that might knock this off, but I have never tried anything that I like more than Gyeon Wet Coat. Well, I might ruffle some feathers with this one, but you guys should know here at the shop, I am not a big fan of ceramic detail sprays, things like that. I just never find that they always work that well. What I actually like using those for are on certain areas like door jambs and final wipe downs on maybe wheels, something like that. And one of my favorites is PNS Bead Maker. This stuff is absolutely awesome. No smear, no streak, super easy to use, and I think just works phenomenally well. So it's not a product I use all the time, but for my ceramic detail spray, this is my go-to. Now, you may argue there's some better ones out there. I really like this stuff, very cost effective. Like I said, again, this stuff is so easy to use. It's absolutely brainless to use. If you're getting streaking with this, you are doing something very wrong. That's why I love PNS Bead Maker. All right, we've just washed our car. Maybe we put some Gyeon Wet Coat on it. What do we use for drying aid? Well, my favorite drying aid out there is Posh Paint Finisher. This is a really impressive product. This is actually a company owned by my friend Eric Roth. He's up in Edmonton, Alberta, and he's got a really impressive detail shop where they install PPF and things like that. He actually sent these products down to me. Honestly, I was not expecting much out of his products, but every single product I use, I was really impressed with. Most of them didn't make it into my absolute favorites based on these are quite expensive products to use. But Paint Finisher is one of those that kind of skipped through. This is a product that really helps suck up all of that water on your vehicle. This can also be used, of course, as a detail spray, kind of like a quick touch up here and there. This stuff is no smear, no streak, none of that. This product is beyond phenomenal for just quickly drying your car, and I absolutely love this product. Highly recommend anytime you purchase a product like this, though, because it is expensive, purchase it in the gallon form. Trust me, this stuff is really impressive, and yeah, one of my favorite drying aids I've ever tried. Moving on now to one of my specialties in the detailing industry, and that is paint correction and polishing. Now, there are many different compounds out there, and I will tell you, not one single compound is going to work on every single subset of paint, but there is one that has really stuck out to me over the years that I have come to know and love, and that is CarPro Ultra Cut. Now, by the name, you might think this stuff is extremely aggressive, and I would absolutely agree with you, but this stuff absolutely blows me away with how well it can actually finish down. So it's got a really good cutting power on the front half of that, and then also finishes down nice. Typically, I pair this with a Meguiar's microfiber cutting pad, of which I'm actually really pissed at Meguiar's because they discontinued those. They came out with something new. Stay tuned, I'm going to be reviewing that, but this stuff is an absolute workhorse for me. A little goes a long way, always gets me to the results that I need, and I genuinely can't live without this stuff. I'll try so many other different compounds out there, immediately try Ultra Cut, and it's just like, well, that's the one that works. Let's use it yet again. Continuing on here to my favorite polish on the market. I have tried probably hundreds of different polishes for cars at this point in time, and there is nothing that compares to Kosh Chemie Micro Cut. This is a product I feel like from the Kosh Chemie lineup that is completely slept on. If you are struggling to finish out paint that is really finicky, really annoying to deal with, Kosh Chemie Micro Cut is beyond phenomenal. I have used so many different products in my time, and a lot of promises out there to say this is the best product for, you know, very soft paint, things like that. A lot of those polishes you guys probably use out there do have fillers in them, so keep that in mind. This is a completely filler-free product. It's got enough bite on it to where if you're using it on a very soft paint and you had to do quite an aggressive compound on it before, it can eat up all of that DA haze and then finish out to literally perfection. I typically pair this with the Rupes yellow foam pads, both in the large size and small size. I find that using a pad that has a little bit better density on it, not something that is super soft, will actually get you a better finishing result. So keep that in mind if you're really struggling with some very, very soft black paint. Don't always go to the softest pad and the softest polish. You might need a little bit more of that bite, a little bit more of the robustness there on that pad. And Koch Chemie Microcut is genuinely the best polish on the market. While I know this is probably going to ruffle some feathers, but my favorite ceramic coating of 2025 is Clean by Pan the Organizer's 8-year ceramic coating. This stuff has absolutely blown me away. Now, Pan was controversial when he launched this. I think we all can understand that. I think we all learned from that a little bit. But this product stands alone as, in my opinion, his best product far and above. The 8-year coating here is very simple to use. A little goes a long way and is unbelievably impressive in terms of its durability, in terms of its water behavior and performance. Now, of course, this is a new coating. We're doing ongoing tests here. I've coated personal vehicles, my customers' vehicles with it. I have been nothing but unbelievably blown away. In fact, this has truly become my favorite ceramic coating on the market. A couple other notable things with this product: it works on pretty much every exterior surface. So you can use this on paint, you can use this on glass, you can use this on trim. This has become my favorite wheel coating out there. It is just so freaking nice to use. This also works on stainless steel on Cybertrucks. This is the only coating I've found to actually properly work on Cybertrucks, works on matte paint, works on PPF, works on vinyl. I know it sounds like snake oil. Trust me, this stuff is beyond phenomenal. Get over all the hype about it, all the frustrations with it. This product is truly, truly impressive. Now, being that Clean by Pan the Organizer's 8-year coating is my favorite ceramic coating of 2025, I always typically like to pair whatever coating I'm using with their panel prep spray. Now, in general, I do use other ceramic coatings on glass, on trim, on other things like that, but I have been really impressed with this panel prep spray. I am planning on doing a test coming up here pretty soon of polishing a vehicle using some different panel prep sprays, using a very oily polish on there, using a polish that has a lot of fillers in it, and do an actual scientific comparison. What I can tell you about his panel prep spray here is it seems like it strips absolutely everything off. You do this a single wipe on it. I typically do too when I'm ceramic coating clients' vehicles and my own personal vehicles, and there is absolutely nothing left over on the paint. What I really like about this product is it's strong enough, but it also flashes off very well, which is really hard to find in a lot of these panel prep sprays. A lot of the time you'll be wiping on it and you can actually see some sort of residue left behind. This leaves nothing behind on paint, but I will tell you, this is not my favorite panel prep spray for using like something on glass. On glass, I'm typically using 70% isopropyl alcohol or Geon Prep, something like that. But for trim, for paint, this stuff is really, really impressive and really my absolute go-to. We've got a little guy here on the table. This is G-Technic C4 Permanent Trim Restore. First off, I gotta say, I absolutely hate the name. This is not a permanent product. This is between a 2 to 3 year ceramic coating for your black plastic trim. Now, I've used a ton of different trim coatings in my career, and this one has really stood above the rest for me. Not only its durability, the way that it makes the trim actually look here, but the way it actually applies and wipes off. A lot of trim coatings have very high solids in them. This one does as well, but a lot of them have super heavy solids in them, and it really feels like you're wiping honey onto your plastic. A lot of them are very hard to use, especially in intricate areas, so very easy to get them on paint. They make a smeary mess. This stuff wipes on beautifully well. Come back 1 to 2 minutes later, wipe it off, and it feels absolutely slick and smooth. One thing you guys will always hear me talk about with ceramic coatings, I hate using sticky ceramic coatings. There are better products out there, and C4 has been a really, really impressive product for me. This is a product that is also very cost effective. It is a small 30 ml bottle, so you do go through quite a bit of it if you're working on a Rivian or something with a lot of plastic trim, but this has been my go-to staple, and I have yet to find anything that I actually like better. I know. Chemical guys, I totally get it. I feel the same way, and I'm struggling to even make this clip and to admit I actually like using a single Chemical Guys product. Now, beyond the rest of their line, I think most of their stuff you should probably never try. Throw it away if you have it, get something better. But this product has absolutely saved my butt. We're getting into glass now, and this is my favorite water spot remover for glass. I've tried many different polishes using glass compounds, things like that to get out some severe water etching in glass. You break out this acidic water spot remover, which is a pH of 2, and immediately strips all of that stuff down. So this is a product I'm not happy to admit I actually use because of the connotations with Chemical Guys, me not believing in a lot of their products, but this is actually one of the products that actually works and is actually worth your money. If you have some serious water stains, I promise you, try this stuff out. I think you'll probably be blown away. Continuing on with glass now, there's not a single product that will change the way you clean glass more than Adam's Brilliant Glaze. This stuff is truly magic in a bottle. If you've ever purchased a brand new car, you've got off-gassing haze, your windows look terrible, you keep grabbing different glass cleaners, you just keep smearing stuff all over your windows, getting lint, and just having an absolute mess of a time, this stuff is beyond incredible. Now, I produce a couple of different videos now on how to use this product. Go check those out if you're interested. It's one of my most viewed videos on product how-tos or DIY. Here's how you do this. This product is a solvent-based product with a little bit of abrasiveness in it, and you're going to go in there, basically wipe it down all over the windshield, the inside of your windows, get all of that off-gassing haze off of it, wipe it down, and then use your glass cleaner solution. You will not find better, clearer, cleaner glass than using Adam's Brilliant Glaze. Trust me on this. If there's any single product you're going to want that is going to change your detailing, this is the product. It is beyond incredible. Now, if you've been a long-time viewer of the channel or you've watched my glass cleaning videos, I think you'll probably be surprised to see Bilt Hamber Traceless sitting here on the desk. Now, I wanted to give you guys an option for a single-use glass cleaner. There are many different glass cleaners on the market. I think this far and above is my single favorite. Now, this goes a little bit against how I traditionally clean glass using the Brilliant Glaze, using the products we're going to quickly talk about here in a second. But for a single product, Bilt Hamber Traceless is unbelievably impressive. This is a product that has super wetting agents in it, meaning that you can basically spray it on the glass. It does have a very strong alcohol smell, kind of mixed with bubblegum, creates this beautiful slickness on the glass. It's going to dissolve a lot of that off-gassing haze. Not all of it, but the first wipe on this, really, really impressive. So I typically use this for a very quick, effective, efficient clean, and it is really hard to get streaks with this stuff. You do need to realize with this product, it does make your glass a little bit tacky. So if you kind of subscribe to the way I like to clean glass, again, using that Brilliant Glaze and my other products, that is one of the drawbacks with this product, which can create lint over time depending on the towel you're using and kind of the overall film build on the inside of your vehicle. But Bilt Hamber Traceless, a really, really impressive product. It had to make it here into one of my favorites for 2025. But next on to my actual favorite glass cleaners. Some interesting stuff going on here with 3 bottles sitting next to me, but let me explain. So, as I was talking about with that Brilliant Glaze, I really like using it. It removes that off gas, but it also leaves behind a little bit of slickness behind it. I don't like glass very similar to ceramic coatings that leave this kind of tacky feel. That's how you get a lot of lint when you're actually wiping down your windows. So I like to keep that slickness. Now, typically what I do is actually mix Adam's Waterless Wash 50/50 with Kosh Chemi glass cleaner. I have found this is the best solution out there. So I have made my own purple bright glass cleaner here. And I'll tell you guys what, if you haven't tried this yet, please try the way that I clean glass. I promise you, your glass is never going to be cleaner. It's going to be way less of a headache to clean your glass, and you're never going to look back and you're going to wish you listened to me way before. This stuff is awesome, but it does get a little expensive having to buy 3 products. Again, that's why I wanted to give you guys the option of something like Bilt Hamber Traceless. Now that we've got our glass perfectly clean, let's talk about some protection for it. Now, there's many different glass coatings on the market. Some of them have actually gotten a heck of a lot better. Now this currently is my favorite that I've tested. I have some other ones that I'm going to be testing here. One of them that I have a feeling is actually going to replace this product, but I don't want to tell you it's good if I haven't actually tried it yet. And the product that I like using for windshields and all glass on your exterior of your vehicle is Adam's Graphene Glass Coating. There's a couple reasons why I really like this product. Number one, it's super stupid easy to use. This is a wipe on, wipe off product. There's no fuss, no mess about it. After you polished up your glass, got it streak free, perfectly clean, this is something that is extremely easy to install. A lot of glass coatings can be really annoying to actually apply to your vehicle. And what I found with this on my personal vehicles, it lasts a considerable amount of time. Again, it's always dependent on what kind of environment you're in. If you're in, the Northwest that has rain every single day versus somewhere like Southern California, which barely gets rain, obviously it's going to last quite a bit different. This is also a product that is extremely cost effective, and a little goes a very long way. You can get multiple cars out of a bottle, getting 10, 12 windshields out of this, or doing multiple full sets of all of the glass on the vehicle. That's why this has become one of my favorites, but this might soon be overtaken. Moving on to the interior side of things now, and my favorite interior cleaner for 2025 is Coleton Polestar. This is a really impressive interior cleaner. It's very versatile and very safe and extremely effective. So this is a product meant to be used for leather. You can use it on Alcantara, you can use it on textile materials. Of course, yes, you can use it on plastics. This is a pH neutral interior cleaner, and most of the time this is all you're ever going to need. Now there are some other options from the Coleton line of products that are a little bit more aggressive, higher on the pH scale, going into the more alkalinity side of things, which will help you break down some more of that dirt and grime. But why I prefer this and why I really like using this product is a lot of the other non-pH neutral products out there, you always need to take a damp towel, wipe it down. This stuff finishes out absolutely perfect, no streaks, no mess to deal with, and it's surprising the amount of dirt and grime this stuff can actually clean. The other impressive thing about this product is it is extremely dilutable and very cost effective. It might seem quite expensive if you go to purchase this, but understand your dilution ratio with this. You're using a very tiny amount of product to make a lot of solution, and it can be the case of, under 20 cents to actually clean the interior of a car. It is really impressive. I also love that you can clean micro suede, Alcantara, things like that. It's safe, gentle enough, but aggressive enough to actually get in there and properly clean things. That's why Coleton Polestar is my favorite interior cleaner of the year. Next, for that more aggressive interior cleaning, as we are talking about, we have Coleton MZR. Now, most people can't pronounce it. I took 4 years of German. My mom was a German teacher in high school, so I literally remember none of it. But for all of you, I'm gonna make myself look like a fool and try to pronounce this. This is Coleton Meersweg Ranger. I have no idea if that's wrong or right, but you tell me in the comments section below. Coleton, yet again, a really effective product here. This is higher on the pH scale, so this is a 12.5 pH here. This is, again, a product heavily dilutable. This is gonna be great for going in there and cleaning out those deeper, dirtier stains on plastics. This is safe to use on leather. Yes, you make sure you go in and actually wipe it with a damp towel to actually neutralize it, but this can also be used on carpets, and I've been really impressed with this product and why it's become one of my staples in my interior cleaning regimen. Continuing on now with our interior regimen, one of my really favorite products that I don't think a lot of people consider using is something like Geon Interior Detailer. Now, this is not really meant to go in there and deep clean your interior. This is kind of like a last final step or a quick tidy up around the interior. Why I really like this product is it works on all sorts of materials, on gloss, piano black materials, on screens, on leather, on dashboards, on plastics, pretty much everything in your interior. Again, this is just meant to quickly hit something. This is something you can leave in your car, a quick little spill or stain, you can quickly grab it up without having to break out some more dedicated cleaners later on. I really like this for de-dusting dashboards, quickly hitting a steering wheel, very often in terms of your interior cleaning regimen. This has been a product I've just been absolutely blown away with and really impressed with. And I think a lot of people skip over a product like this and use stuff that's just too much, too aggressive, too annoying to use. Instead, you could just use Geon Interior Detailer. Continuing on now with another one of my favorites from Geon for your interior, that is their Leather Shield Evo. Now this is a dedicated ceramic coating for all of your interior leather, vinyl, vegan leathers, whatever the heck you want to call it. This is going to help especially on vehicles like Teslas with the white seats, Rivian with the Ocean Coast interiors, or any other leather vehicles out there in the world that have very light interiors. This is going to help with general dye transfer of jeans getting in and out of the vehicle, spots, spills, stains like that. It's really going to help add some protection on there and quickly wipe it up after the fact. Now this product could not be more simple to use. If you have a brand new vehicle, you're going to want to use Geon Interior Detailer to quickly wipe it down, make sure everything's off of it. You grab an applicator with this, liberally apply it, you walk away, you come back, it looks perfect, it self-levels, does all that stuff. You don't even have to come back and wipe it. It is really, really impressive. If you have an interior that is a little bit on the dirty side, you're going to want to actually grab Geon's Leather Cleaner Strong or their Mild to go in there, break down all the dirt and grime in there, and importantly, leave nothing behind. Those products are actually meant to work with this product, so understand that some other interior cleaners will leave something behind, which will not allow this product to properly bond. Like any ceramic coating, you need to make sure the surface is actually prepped so it can bond. This is a product I can't recommend enough for all of you that have light colored interiors. It saved my butt on all of my Teslas and my light colored interiors. Definitely check this one out. Now this is a little bit of an interesting one because this is a product I like, I don't necessarily love, but I do think it's one of the best options out there, and that is Kosh Chemie Guff. Now this is an interior plastic rejuvenator, but importantly, this is really meant for your floor mats. So after you go in, deep clean them with either a tire and rubber cleaner, or you go in there with an all-purpose cleaner to get all the dirt and grime, this is going to restore your factory mats back to a factory finish. That's what's really nice about this. The reason I don't love this product and I like this product, everybody says this is completely non-slick. It is still slick. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's maybe a 1.5 or a 2. Now, that's my only big gripe with this product. It is a little expensive considering the actual chemistry that goes into this. This is isopropyl alcohol mixed with some glycerin. It's really not an expensive product to make. In fact, you can actually make this stuff at home. A lot of people have made some videos on that, but I do like this product for mats that just get completely destroyed. I just always have this caution with my customers. I don't like the feel of it on your feet. Now, importantly with that, this is not a product you're putting on your floor mats that's actually going to transfer onto your shoes and then onto the brake pedal or the acceleration pedal, which is very important for me. I just don't really like the slickness on there, but it looks nice. A little goes quite a long way. You do blow through this product quite a bit, especially on those heavier, dirtier mats, but a product I really can't live without here. Just let me know if there's something better out there, because I've tried many other things and just haven't found anything better than Kosh Chemie Guff. Now down to our final product here, folks, and one of the last areas I want to talk about is metal. Now, I don't typically work on a ton of metal, but when I do, it's typically exhaust tips, some other areas on vehicles as well, and P&S Metal Bright, their metal polish, has been one of my absolute favorites out there. It goes on very easily, it does its job, and wipes off really, really nicely. So this is not a product that I would necessarily use in every single detail. I work on a lot of electric cars that don't have exhaust tips or exposed metal, but for those stainless steel exhausts, all of that stuff, it works really, really nice, very easy to use, very cost effective. Another great product here from P&S. Well guys, if you made it to the point in this video, then thank you, because I really appreciate all of you that have watched this channel this year. If you're new to the channel, we do a bunch of great detailing related topics here on this channel, me showing you a professional detailer, how to detail your car, doing product reviews, satisfying details, all of that fun stuff. This was really interesting for me to really sit down and think about all of the different products I use in my detailing business. And again, some of these products are not necessarily products I use every single time. You know, you think back to something like CarPro Retire, that is my nuclear bomb of tire cleaners. Sometimes I'll use something else to just clean up tires for maintenance and stuff like that. But if you're looking for dedicated products, these are tried and true, tested in my detailing business. Now, I understand some of you out there may not like my selections. You may have products you prefer better, or you think they're better because they're more cost effective, or just in general work better. Definitely let me know in the comments, but I think it's important that everybody has their own preference when it comes to detailing products and chemicals, and I just like to use what works. I don't like to be stricken to one single brand. I don't like to have to use this ceramic coating because I'm accredited by this company and that type of stuff. I just want to use products that work and that make me happy, and at the end of the day, make my customers happy. So thank you for sticking with me in this very, very long video. I hope you got some insight out of it, and if you're wanting to pick up some of those products, remember, they're in the link in the description below. Keep your cars clean. We'll see you in the next one soon. Bye-bye.